There are those of you that are contracted, if you will, to reach many with your teachings and messages. These are the individuals holding the aligned flow of the universal mind, the expansive Akashic sea, the cosmic computer streams that are able to translate this flow, that which we refer to as the language of light, into your human language on earth. Each individual holds the ability to do this simply because they are an incarnated human. Yet it is those that hold aligned flow, that activate the pillar of light within, that stand as conduit for the divine, that are the individuals we refer to. For as one takes one's rightful place within the Akashic temple and begins to broadcast the pillar of light streams as communication, one becomes contracted as one creates the pre-birth determination experience and activates the pre-incarnate blueprint whilst incarnated within a third dimensional reality. This is often an unconscious awareness, yet more and more within your Earth's reality, this is becoming a fully conscious and aware creation, creating the pre-birth determination from the human perspective. When the first steps are taken through the innate knowing within of one's destined mission, the training ground within hyperspace is instantly available. Certain allowances, if you will, are then made within the karmic law of magnetic attraction fields for the one we speak of, the novice, the trainee, the apprentice of light. Within the training ground within hyperspace, guarded and guided, the apprentice begins to experiment within the hyperspace realm and access the magic of divine creativity. Boundaries, permeable yet protective, allow the thought processes broadcast from the apprentice's mind and emotion fields to rebound within a safe space as allowances are extended. Allowances are always contracted. Therefore, the delving, looking, investigating, examining and reading within that training ground template moves across permissions to a certain degree. The karmic rebound from this will still occur, but will contain the precious gem of learning within, and an energy exchange between the apprentice and the contracted volunteer, if you will, shall always take place. Once the training ground template for that particular lesson or aspect of learning has taken place, then full permissions will be needed. Yet astral etiquette will be understood and hyperspace boundaries will be respected by those who walk within integrity. The training ground applies to the law of magnetic attraction and karmic workings, especially within the emotional broadcast. When the emotion is real, truly experienced without any understanding or awareness of the training ground template, then karmic rebounds and law of magnetic attraction workings move into an absolute vibrational match. The precious gems of learning are always there in every case, with or without the contracted training ground template in place. The guidance system stands within high activation and availability towards all contracted individuals throughout this experience. When the imagination fields of hyperspace are utilized as part of a conscious training ground experience, as in the moments you know as the daydream, then the law of magnetic attraction workings take place within a safe space, with the vibrational match occurring in actual physicality only when the desire and the intention for this is focused. When the daydream is unconscious within a psychically strong individual, this can result in a karmic rebound. However, This is quickly understood by those psychically strong enough to manifest from the daydream. Much like the toddler who trips and falls as she learns to walk, so too does the apprentice learn to navigate the hyperspace reality. When the daydream is conscious, then this creates the perfect scenario for the rehearsals, practices, and trial runs throughout the alternate timelines without creating the vibrational match as a manifestation. When desire, and thus intention, is then applied, the most focused work within the law of magnetic attraction is practiced. Manifestation at this level is then most easy, and the apprentice moves into mastery. The conscious daydream, practiced within the training ground, prevents the vibrational match from becoming manifestation by the creation and setting of the permeable boundaries that act as buffers, if you will, within the geometric manifestation grid fields. The aligned geometry to the visualizations, thought processes, and emotions of the apprentice will create a shadow set, if you will, rather than an actual set. The actual set, holding a full spectrum of colour, begins the manifestations in physicality through a vibrational descent from antimatter to matter. The shadow set remains within the antimatter realm, although this may in certain cases descend into a fourth dimensional reality, creating a non-physical personification. The resulting personification only serves to assist the apprentice further in her understanding and processing of the training ground template itself and the law of magnetic attraction fields. The shadow set of aligned geometry is therefore a most useful tool for all levels of creativity. We draw your attention to one of the most clear examples of this shadow set of aligned geometry upon your planet Earth. That is the realm of creativity held by the actor within the creativity of dramatic art. The actor, in almost all cases, works within the training ground when presenting the alter ego, alternate self as other, or character that is a creative presentation of other through she that is self. The shadow set is created in these cases, and the resulting fourth dimensional personification manifests in most cases as the character or presentation of other. This only serves to assist the actor with their creative process. Therefore, that which is experienced, and most certainly felt, on an emotional level, whilst being an exact match for the human brain and body-mind, does not manifest in actuality, and does not draw the vibrational match into the actor's reality, except for that within the stage, if you will, the safe space the actor uses to present the character or presentation of other. The actors themselves may not hold full processed understanding and awareness of the training ground template and its link to the law of magnetic attraction, yet they are aware of the differences in vibration between the creative presentation and the actual reality that they play, work, and exist within. There are a great many actors that are aware, in varying degrees, of the fourth dimensional personification. There are an ever-increasing amount of actors within your Earth's reality at this time, in your year of 2014, that are fully aware of the fourth dimensional personification as a spirit entity or consciousness structure. This process we speak of is not exclusive to every actor that has incarnated utilizing the creative stance as actor within the creativity of dramatic art. In rare cases, there have been those individuals that have consciously or unconsciously manifested the actual set of aligned geometry and have created the vibrational match within physicality. Knowing this, one can begin to utilize hyperspace boundaries and the shadow set as the training ground and prevent actual physical manifestation. So too can one create the actual set through the creative medium of dramatic art as the actor, and consciously trigger the actual set and create actual physical manifestation. The creative stance of the actor is but one example, is but one key. All creative stances that have ever been conceived of, even if they have not been utilized within your universal sector or within the time-space fields that branch out from your universal sector, are keys into that which we speak of. For all creative stances, when taken into the electromagnetic fields of the human with bliss, joy, focus and will, utilizing creative thought, process and emotion, will manifest as the shadow set, creating the training ground, or as the actual set within the full rainbow colour spectrum of geometry and manifest within actual physicality. The contracted individuals, those contracted to reach many, will naturally create the shadow set and thus the training ground. This occurs within the daydream, dream space, wandering thought process, imagined visualization triggering an emotional response, connections within imagery triggered by sound and music, and the creative stances of the actor, the writer, the dancer, and all other creative stances conceived of within your universal sector. Standing as master, yet embracing the path of the apprentice simultaneously, is your most aligned projection of that which we speak of. Alignment with Source, alignment with the bliss-charged love within, and the embracing of the vertical pillar of light and the horizontal rainbow bridge pathway simultaneously, moving you into the aligned flower of life geometry within one's individualized matrix, will lead you into this master-apprentice balance, as the ability to control the shadow set and the actual set at will shall occur for you. These individuals are the ones we refer to when we say those with mastery over the elements. These are the individuals that hold the vibration of the quantum wizard, the archetype you hold within as magical worker, dream weaver, and he who bends reality, if you will. These are the ones we speak of. These are the individuals that then become contracted to reach many with their unique creative templates, their messages, and interpretations of the language of light. These are the individuals that remake the map, if you will, the map makers, those that create the pre-incarnate blueprint from the human perspective. These quantum wizards, masters of the elements, are indeed time travelers on Earth, bending time-space reality at will. The training ground is therefore a most useful safe space holding boundaries that act as all that is you and all that you are. Simply asking one's inner self, expanded self, higher self, extraterrestrial guidance system, power totem, individualized spirit guide, or elemental connection to assist you within the creation of the shadow set or actual set moves you into conscious awareness of and thus control of that which we speak. Simply holding the intention of creating the training ground or the physical manifestation of thought within matter moves you into conscious awareness of and thus control of that which we speak. Yet the quantum wizard knows that all is indeed quantum, and the multi-layered, multi-leveled, multi-dimensional aspects move into play and often into the driving seat, if you will. The quantum wizard holds conscious self within the driving seat, embracing all other aspects of self with love and compassion and acceptance, and understands the metaphor of loving thy neighbour as yourself. Within the expansion of the multidimensional aspects of self and the journey into full actualization and integration, the training ground is a most useful place, a most helpful place, a most safe space. It is the nurturing hyperspace womb of the Divine Mother, the feminine polarity. It is the walking of the warrior path within the protection of and under the watchful eye of the Sacred Father, the masculine polarity. As your brain patterns, thought processes, vibrational projections and DNA activations take place, with the conscious, aware, balanced and human self in the driving seat, you become, at all times, throughout the quantum fields of your existence, the architect of your reality and thus reality itself. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. Gateways within, gateways within, gateways within, gateways within. Come with me on a euphoric voyage.